Emily Carter was 24 years old and living in Los Angeles. From the outside, her life looked perfect. She had blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, thousands of followers on social media, and a boyfriend everyone envied. But behind those smiling Instagram photos, Emily was dying inside. Every morning, she woke up in a luxury apartment feeling completely empty. Her boyfriend, Jason Miller, was rich, handsome, and successful, but he never truly loved her. To him, Emily was just a perfect girl to show the world. Whenever she cried, he called her too emotional. Whenever she tried to talk about her feelings, he ignored her. One cold Friday night, Emily sat alone near the apartment window while heavy rain hit the glass. Jason walked in drunk. "Why are you sitting in darkness again?" he snapped. Emily looked at him with watery eyes. "I just wanted you to ask if I'm okay." Jason laughed sarcastically. "God, Emily, life isn't a movie."
Those words shattered her heart. That night, after Jason fell asleep, Emily quietly packed one small bag. No makeup, no expensive clothes, no goodbye letter. She left everything behind. Emily drove for hours without knowing where she was going. The rain kept pouring as tears rolled down her cheeks. At 2 a.m., her car stopped near a tiny roadside diner in Texas City. Inside the diner, warm yellow lights glowed softly. An old waitress smiled at her gently. "You okay, sweetheart?" Emily tried to answer, but suddenly broke down crying. The waitress hugged her like a mother. For the first time in years, someone cared. Days passed. Emily rented a tiny room above the diner. She started working there quietly. No filters, no fake smiles, no pretending. One evening, a young firefighter named Daniel Reed entered the diner. Tall, calm, kind eyes. Unlike Jason, Daniel listened. Every night he came for coffee, and slowly, Emily began smiling again. One night, Daniel asked softly, "Who hurt you this badly?" Emily looked down. "The person I loved the most." Daniel didn't ask more questions. He simply said, "Then let someone love you correctly this time." Emily's eyes filled with tears again, because nobody had ever said that to her before. Weeks later, Emily finally felt alive again. She laughed louder, slept peacefully, started painting again. But one evening, Jason suddenly appeared outside the diner. He looked furious. "You really left me for this life?" he shouted. The entire diner became silent. Emily trembled in fear. Jason grabbed her arm aggressively. Before he could say another word, Daniel stepped between them. "Let her go." Jason smirked. "And who are you?" Daniel looked straight into his eyes. "Someone who actually cares about her." Emily began crying instantly, because after years of feeling invisible, someone was finally protecting her. Jason eventually left, and that night, Emily sat outside under the stars beside Daniel. "I was scared nobody would ever love me again," she whispered. Daniel smiled softly. "You were never hard to love, Emily. You were just with the wrong person." Emily cried in his arms for a long time, but this time, those weren't tears of pain. They were tears of healing. And for the first time in her life, Emily finally felt free. The past came back. 3 months passed. Emily Carter's life had completely changed. The girl who once cried herself to sleep in a luxury Los Angeles apartment was now waking up peacefully in a small Texas town. She worked at the diner during the day, painted sunsets in the evening, and spent quiet nights with Daniel Reed. For the first time in years, she felt safe. One Sunday morning, Daniel brought Emily flowers before her shift.
Not expensive roses, just simple wildflowers he picked himself. Emily smiled emotionally. "No one's ever done this for me before." Daniel kissed her forehead softly. "You deserve small, beautiful things too." At that moment, Emily realized something terrifying. She was falling deeply in love with him. But happiness never stays quiet for long. That same night, Emily received an unknown message on her phone. "You can run from me, Emily, but you can't hide forever." Her hands started shaking instantly. It was Jason. Attached to the message were old private photos of them together, and another text appeared seconds later. "Come meet me tomorrow, alone, or Daniel sees everything." Emily's heart dropped. Jason knew exactly how to manipulate her fear. The next day, Emily lied to Daniel. "I'm just going shopping in the city," she whispered nervously. Daniel noticed her trembling hands. "You okay?" Emily forced a smile. "Yeah, just tired." But deep inside, she was terrified. Jason waited for her inside a luxury hotel bar. The moment Emily saw him again, painful memories rushed back. Jason smirked confidently. "You look cheaper now." Emily stayed silent. He leaned closer. "You really think that firefighter can save you?" Emily finally gathered courage. "He loves me more in 1 month than you loved me in 5 years." Jason's expression darkened instantly. "You belong to me." Emily stood up immediately. "No, I belonged to your control." Jason suddenly grabbed her wrist tightly. "You ruined my reputation after leaving." Emily's eyes filled with fear again. But before Jason could continue, a familiar voice echoed behind him. "Take your hands off her." It was Daniel. Emily froze in shock. Jason laughed coldly. "Oh wow, the hero arrived." Daniel walked toward them calmly, but his eyes were full of anger. Emily had never seen him like that before. Jason released her arm slowly. "You know she's lying to you, right?" Jason said. Daniel looked confused. Jason pulled out his phone. "You think your perfect little girl told you everything?" Emily's face turned pale because Jason was holding photos from the darkest period of her life. Photos from parties, alcohol, painful mistakes she regretted deeply. Emily whispered shakily, "Daniel, please." Jason smirked. "She's broken, damaged, toxic." The entire room felt silent. Emily's tears started falling. She looked at Daniel with fear that he would leave too, just like everyone else. Daniel stared at the photos for a few seconds, then quietly pushed Jason's phone away and looked directly at Emily. "You think I care about her past?" Jason's smile disappeared. Daniel stepped closer to Emily. "I care about who she is now." Emily broke down crying instantly. Daniel held her face gently. "Everybody has scars, Emily. That doesn't make you unlovable." Jason stood there speechless. For the first time in his life, he lost control over her. Emily cried in Daniel's arms outside the hotel for almost an hour. "I thought if you saw those photos, you'd hate me." Daniel wiped her tears carefully. "Emily, listen to me." He held her hands tightly. "Your worst moments are not your identity." Emily couldn't stop crying.